Students, welcome to the subject database management system. Today's session is session number 30 and topic is domain, attributes, tuples and relations. Point number 1, a domain D is a set of atomic values. Point number 2, by atomic we mean that each value in the domain is indivisible, means that you cannot divide as far as the formal relational model is concerned. Point number 3. A common method of specifying a domain is to specify a data type from which the data values forming the domain are drawn. By domain we mean we are specifying the data values. Point number 4. It is also useful to specify a name for the domain to help in interpreting its values. So, domain should be given a name. Some examples of domain are USA phone numbers. This is the name of the attribute. So, the set of 10-digit domain, the set of 10-digit phone numbers valid in United States. Point number 2, social security number. The set of valid 9-digit social security numbers. So this is a unique identifier assigned to each person in the United States for employment, tax and benefits purpose. It is similar to Aadhaar number prevalent in India. Names. The set of character strings that represents names of persons. Fourth, employee ages. Possible ages of employee in the company. Each must be an integer value between 15 to 80. That means students, we can employ a person if his age is 15, minimum and maximum 80. Data type and format. Point number 1. The preceding are called logical definitions of domains. Point number 2. A data type or format is also specified for each domain. For example, the data type for a domain USA phone numbers can be declared as a character string of the form DDD in bracket DDD dash DDDD, where each D is a numeric, that is decimal digit, and the first 3 digits form a valid telephone area code. The data type for the employee ages is an integer number between 15 to 80. Data type and format, will continue with this. For academic department names, the data type is the set of all character strings that represent valid department names. Point number 4. A domain is thus given a name, data type and format. Point number 5. Additional information for interpreting the values of a domain can also be given. For example, a numeric domain such as person weights should have units of measurement, example kilogram or pound. Next topic, relation schema, attribute, domain name. Point number 1. A relation schema R denoted by R of A1, A2 up to AN, complete the bracket, is made up of the relation name R and the list of attributes A1, A2 up to AN. Point number 2. Each attribute AI is the name of the role played by some domain D in the relation schema R. 3. Point D is called domain of A of I and is denoted by dom A of I. Point number 4. A relation schema is used to describe a relation. R is called the name of this relation, capital R. Degree of relation. The degree or arity of a relation is the number of attributes n of its relation schema. A relation of degree 7 which stores information about university students would contain 7 attributes describing each student as follows. So student is name of the relation and the attributes are name, SSN, home phone, address, office phone, age and GPA, that is average marks. Next, relation or relation state. Point number 1. A relation or relation state small r of the relation schema R, where it is capital R now, in bracket A1, A2 up to AN, bracket complete, also denotes R of R, capital R, is a set of n tuples. Okay, small r equal to curly bracket T1, T2 up to Tm. So there are m tuples. Each n tuple T is an ordered list of n values where each tuple contains V1, V2 up to Vn. So all these are values. A tuple contains values for each attribute, where each value Vi and I is greater than or equal to 1 or less than or equal to n is an element of DOM A of I or is spatial null value. The ith value in tuple T which corresponds to the attribute A of I is referred to as T A of I or T dot A of I. Point number 4. The terms relation intension for the schema R and relation extension for relation state R of R are also commonly used. So students, relation intention here means the schema, the blank format of the table, whereas relation extension means actually table filled with number of records at that moment. The figure 5.1 shows the attributes of relation student. Students, if you see this table, you have got column heading as name, SSN, home phone, address, office phone, age, GPA. So Benjamin Bayer, Chung Chang Kim, Dick Davidson, Roshan Panchal, Barbara Benson, all these are tuples of 5 students. Okay, relation name is student, which is written in capital, and attributes names are the column headings. Okay, so you can find here, if I read one first tuple, name is Benjamin Bayer, SSN 305-81-2435, home phone is 817-373-1616, address is 291B, Blue Bonnet Lane, office phone is null, indicating value not available, age is 19 and GPA is 3.21. Like that, there are n tuples, means number of records. Relation student. Figure 5.1 shows an example of a student relation which corresponds to the student schema just specified. Each tuple in the relation represents a particular student entity. Point number 3. We display the relation as table where each tuple is shown as row and each attribute corresponds to the column header indicating a role or interpretation of the values in that column. Point number 4. Null values represent attributes whose values are unknown or do not exist for some individual student tuple. Set theory concepts and Cartesian product. Point number 1. The earlier definition of relation can be restated more formally using set theory concepts as follows. Point number 2. A relation in bracket or relation state R of R is a mathematical relation of degree n on the domains dom A of 1, comma dom A of 2 up to dom A of n, which is a subset of the Cartesian product denoted by cross sign of the domains that define R. So here R of R is nothing but subset of dom of A1 into dom of A2 into up to dom of A of n. So all possible values are taken from each domain attributes. Cartesian product and cardinality. The Cartesian product specifies all possible combinations of values from the underlying domain. Point number 2. Hence, if we denote total number of values or cardinality in a domain D by magnitude of D, assuming that all domains are finite, the total number of tuples in the Cartesian product is dom A of 1 into dom A of 2 into dom A of n. So all magnitude multiplied. Thus, product of cardinality of the domains represents the total number of possible instances or tuples that can ever exist in any relation state R of R. So students, today we begin with a new topic like domain, tuple, attribute, all this. We are also introduced to the set theory. Don't worry about this. Okay, please write it in your notebook. You will understand when you take up some example. Okay, thank you.